Okay, so this is my reaction to this. I haven't watched it yet, but okay, it's gonna be good probably. So
To the show.
Hey, I'm Sapphire.
Want to hear something scary?
The 9 Deaths.
The following story was submitted by Jean. This is a true story their best friend Lawrence told them. My name is Lawrence. I was 13 years old at the time. My mom and I were on a trip to my hometown in India, visiting some family. When we arrived, I went to take a shower and freshen up. I'm still not entirely sure how it happened, but I slipped and hit my rear end pretty hard on the floor. I remember my mom pounding on the locked door to let her in while I lay there crying nonstop. After I calmed down a bit and let her in, I remember her examining the floor and being really confused. Because the floor was bone dry, I had slipped before I even stepped into the shower. That was just the beginning. Later that evening, my mom needed to run some errands and she left me alone in the house. I began to write in my diary about the trip so far. That's when I heard something grumble.
what?
It was my stomach. So I hopped out of
okay.
bed to grab some snacks from the kitchen.
was like,
I opened the door, and as I took a step forward, the door slammed back shut, hitting
no,
my head
run.
hard. I fell backward and onto the carpet. I screamed as I saw and felt blood dripping near my eyes.
Alright, relax.
It hurt so bad.
Just
My
run.
vision was blurring,
What?
and I passed out.
Oh my
But
god.
before I did, I remember hearing a laugh
Oh my.
that sounded
no.
like a woman's.
Oh hell.
I
no,
woke
bro.
up.
I'm out.
I felt terrible pain on my forehead, and I touched the area. It wasn't wet. There was no blood, no swelling, only pain. I was still on the ground. I looked around me. No blood. On the door, no blood there either.
Where's
The door
blood
was
at?
still cracked halfway open, and I was still home alone.
You need to
This
run
type
out.
of thing kept happening to me. I would get inexplicably hurt, but ultimately end up fine. Like the next day, I was hit by a bus.
What?
Another day, a knife flew at me while I was alone in the kitchen. One time, I began choking out of nowhere. Every time something like this happened,
Move
I heard that
out.
same eerie laugh.
Are you dumb? You have a
The
ghost.
day before my 14th birthday, I decided to tell my mom. I had
something
counted
really bad.
8 times
Look,
that I had nearly died, and I
unlucky,
didn't want
yeah.
it to happen anymore. While I was explaining every incident to her, I could see the blood drain from her face. She grabbed my hand and pulled me outside, her other hand making calls on her cell phone. I remember feeling really scared. Did I do something wrong? A short ride later, we arrived at a church. The rest of my family was already waiting
Get
there.
a priest.
They ushered me inside, and my grandma proceeded to tell me what was going on. So the story went that my Aunt Natasha became a
it.
teenage mother around the time my parents got married.
I
She
knew
lived
what
alone at the time, so no one knew about the baby.
Know, like the story. And
Unfortunately,
they
she
don't tell their
hated
kids.
her baby girl, Lawrence. She hated her so much that she tried to kill her multiple times.
What?
Slipping in the bathroom, slamming her head by the door, pushing her at a bus stop, throwing a knife at her,
Why?
cutting her fingers, strangling
Oh my
her,
God.
poisoning her, throwing her out the
my
balcony of the
God.
5th floor, drilling her skull. Lawrence
What?
died on the 9th try. She
the
died
9th
around the same time that I was born. The only reason my family knows about any of this is because when Aunt Natasha visited me for the first time and heard my name,
She felt the
Lawrence, she confessed everything.
No.
I was just 3 years old at the time. My family had her committed to an institution after that. So the priest at the church blessed me in hopes of removing the curse that Aunt Natasha had put
It's
on
not
me.
gonna.
And it seems to have worked
Yeah, I
so
know.
far.
It won't
It's
work.
been a year and I haven't had any more near-death experiences.
Oh.
I'm just glad that I told my parents about what was going on when I did. If I had waited any
That's
longer,
right.
things might have ended a lot differently.
Yeah, probably. Oh, that was it.
So, how did you sleep last night? Did you have nightmares from all the scary stories you listened to? Not getting a
Nope. Alright. That was good. That was a good episode. Thanks for watching. See you in the next reaction.